Hello, welcome back, welcome back. Today we're going to look at simultaneous equations. This lesson is not only directed to those who are doing maths. Even those who are doing physical sciences can benefit. You may have noticed or seen that when doing Newton's second law, there are calculations that requires you to use simultaneous equations. So, maths and physical science learners will benefit in this lesson. In simultaneous equation, what are we doing here? You will find that we are given two unknowns. For example, we are given x and y, and we are required to find their values. As you can see on the screen, two equations are given. The first one, I've marked it equation 1, and the second one, equation 2. So here, one can say this is equation 1, this is equation 2. If you do your calculation correctly, you will get the same answer as the person who have marked this one, equation 1, and the second one, equation 2. So, how do we proceed after giving them numbers, like equation 1 and equation 2? You come and use equation 1. And then in equation 1, you'll make x or y subject of the formula. I have chosen to make x subject of the formula from equation 1. As you can see, I've copied it here. 2x plus 4x equals to 4. If you check all the terms here, they can be reduced or simplified to a small number. What do I mean by this? I have 2x, 4y, and 4. There is a highest common factor of 2, 4, and 4, which goes to 2 and also 4 and 4 and leaves no remainder. If I use that number, I can reduce 2 and 4 and another 4. In this case, the highest common factor is 2. It means that I'm going to divide all these terms by 2, like what I've written here. If I do this, 2 divided by 2, I'll be left with x here, plus 4y divided by 2, the answer is 2y, and then 4 divided by 2, the answer is 2. Now my equation is in this form. As you can see, it will be easy for me now to make this x subject of the formula. How do I do this? I'll take positive 2y to the other side of equal sign where there is positive 2. And when this happens, this positive 2y will become minus 2y. At the end, when x is alone on the left-hand side, I'll have the following. X equals to 2 minus 2y. This becomes my equation 3. What do I do now when I have equation 3? You substitute equation 3 from equation 2. It means that where there is x in equation 2, which is this, you put 2 minus 2y. As you can see, I've written it here, meaning substitution. Substitute 3 in 2. So here I have copied equation 2. Where there's x, I'll put 2 minus 2y. You can see that I have done it here. 5. In place of x, I've put 2 minus 2y plus 8y equals to 3. If you check everything here, you can see that I no longer have x, but only y. Then I remove the bracket by multiplying by 5. Each term in the bracket will be multiplied by 5. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times minus 2y is minus 10y plus 8y equals to 3. The next step, we group like terms. Minus 10y plus 8y, here these are like terms. You can see that 3 is on the other side of equal sign and 10 is on the left-hand side of equal sign. So we'll take it to the right-hand side of equal sign and it will become negative. To move to the next step from this one, we add like terms. Minus 10y plus 8y is minus 2y. 3 minus 10 is minus 7. To find our y, we will divide by minus 2. You divide here by minus 2. What you do on the left-hand side, you must also do it on the right-hand side. That's what I've done here. I'm dividing all terms by minus 2. Here, I'll be left with y as a result of saying minus 2y divided minus 2. We get y. On the other side of equal sign, minus 7 divided by minus 2, then negative and negative give us positive, and then the answer will be 7 over 2. My y is 7 over 2. This is the value of y. Now, I have to get the value of x. What do I do now when I know my y? You come and substitute this y equals to 7 over 2. You can substitute it in equation 1 or equation 2. If you do that, you'll get the same answer. But I have chosen to substitute this y equals to 7 over 2 in equation 1. This is my equation 1. Maybe you can try and substitute it in equation 2. You'll see that we'll arrive at the same answer. Let's see what happened when we substitute y equals to 7 over 2 in equation 1. It means that where there is y, we'll put 7 over 2. You can see that I've done it here, where I've replaced the x by 7 over 2. If you check here, I only have x, and this tells me that I must prove this. For me to get the answer, I have to solve for x here. 2x plus, I'll get rid of the bracket by saying 4 times 7, which is 28 over 2, equals to 4. The next step, 2x plus 28 divided by 2 is 14, equals to 4. The next step, we group like terms. We'll take 14 to the other, or to the right hand side, and then it'll become negative. We have 2x equals to 4 minus 14. 2x equals to, how did I get 10? 4 minus 14 is minus 10. We divide by 2 so that we'll get our x here. Dividing 2x and also minus 10 by 2. In this side, on the right hand side, we'll get x. On the left hand side is x. On the right hand side is minus 5. This is our answer. As you can see, we have managed to get the value of y and the value of x. What is the meaning of these two answers? The one for x and the one for y. They tell us that if I come and put, for example, the value of y in equation 1 and equation 2, I must get the same answer. I must get the same value of x in equation 1 and equation 2. And again, if I put the value of x, which is minus 5, in equation 1 and 2, I must get the same value of y in equation 1 and equation 2. I've done this for you. Let me put the next page. You will see what I mean by that. First, I've used x minus 5, and I've subtracted it in equation 1 and equation 2. Let's see what happened. In equation 1, it is where there is x, I've put minus 5. It means that I'm going to solve for y now here. Doing all calculations, 2 times minus 5 is minus 10, plus 4y equals to 4. Solving for y, you take minus 10 to the other side, it will become 14. Then 4y equals to 14. You divide by 4 both sides, so that will get your y. At the end, you have y equals to 14 over 4. You know, you won't be asked to do this. I'm just doing this to prove that the answers that I got are correct. Here I've used minus x equals minus 5 in equation 1. In equation 2, I'm going to do the same. Where there's x, I'll put minus 5. And then I'll solve for y. At the end, if you check all the things that I've done here, my y equals to 14 over 4, which is the same as what I've got in equation 1. Same will happen if I use y equals to 7 over 2 in equation 1 and equation 2. Let me put it here for you so that you will see what is happening. Where there is y in equation 1, I've put 14 over 4. Now I have one variable here, which is x. Then we solve for x here. We get x equals to minus 5. We do the same with equation 2, where there is y. We put 14 over 4. But let us look at something here. In this case, I have not put 14 over 4. I simplified it and put 7 over 2. This is 14 over 4, and then I simplified it to 7 over 2. And you can see that it still works, because at the end, I got x equals to minus 5. This also tells us that if my answer it is in this form, and there's a highest common factor of 4 and 14, you can use that highest common factor to simplify your answer. It does not affect your work in any way. You will end up getting the same answer. But in the exam, you won't be asked to test. You can just do this to prove that what you have done is correct. So I hope you look for other examples of simultaneous equation, and you follow these steps that I've shown you. This will no longer be a problem. See you or meet you next time.